Hi again, Josh Carr here, back with some more tips and tricks on model building. One of the more common questions I get is something like this. Someone comes to me and says, "Hey, I've got a bunch of monthly cash flows, and I need to turn months into quarters." A lot of ways to do this. My preferred way of doing it now is using an XLOOKUP function. Let me show you what some of the options are that I see out there, and I'll talk about my preferred way of doing it. So first off, pardon me. First off, probably the clunkiest way of doing it is just something silly like, hey, I'm summing these 3 months and those 3 months and those 3 months. That's horrible. You don't want to do it that way. That's going to take you forever. A couple options I see out there. Probably the most common option I see is something like this. Someone uses a SUMIFS function and says, let's add up the blue cells where the red cells are greater than the month 1, and the red cells are also less than the month 3. This is a little bit clunky because you've got to highlight not just where you're looking for the answers and also where the months are, but you got to do this greater than equals and less than equals, and invariably you always forget to make it greater than equals. You made it just greater than, and you start at the end and end it at the start, and it's just clunky as heck. I don't like doing it that way. Another way I've seen people do it, which is also kind of clunky, is they do a sum offset combination. They say something like, I'm going to start here, I'm going to stay in the row, I'm going to count over 3 columns times the quarter I'm in minus 1, and highlight an area 1 by 3, and then sum that. Now, this is relatively tight, but explaining that to someone who's never seen an offset function before, well, let's just say it's not easy. And I mean, I could do it, but like, there are a bunch of issues with this. For one, the offset function is what's known as a volatile function, which is a fancy way of saying it recalculates all the time and it can slow down your model. There are all kinds of other issues with it, but the biggest issue I find is just even explaining to people what it's doing. My preferred way of doing it now, anyway, uses an XLOOKUP function. An XLOOKUP is a relatively new function in Excel. And what you do here is you say, I'm looking for the starting month, I'm looking for the ending month, and I'm looking for the starting month and the ending month in where all the months are. That's the red area. And then I'm adding up everything in the purple area. And then when I do one XLOOKUP and a second XLOOKUP, and I throw a colon between it, I am summing from month 10 to month 12. I like the flow of this. You're not having to do like greater than or equals to stuff. You're just saying start at month 1, start at month 3, start at month 10, and end it at, say, you know, wherever you need to end it. Now that works well, and it's got other benefits too, but one thing is, in this case, if you think about it, if you're starting at month 10 and you're ending at month 12, and these are quarterlies, what you're doing is you're really saying start at month 10 and then go by 2 months. So instead of doing this thing, what I've started to do is this thing, where I say start at month 10, look in the red area, add up the purple area, and go until 2 numbers higher than 10. I mean, basically, since you're just taking what's in G22, and that's the number 10, and 2 cells over is going to be 12, you could just say go to G22 and just add 2 to it. And I like this. I think this is tight. I think this is compact. It's an XLOOKUP function, which is the latest and greatest way of doing these sorts of things. And what I also like about it just is, well, you don't have to put the ending month. You could just do, like on line 22, where I just say 1, 4, 7, 10. I'm not doing 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. I'm just doing 1, 4, 7, 10. So for those of you who ever needed to turn a series of months into, say, quarters, you could just say, what month am I starting in? Find the month in the red zone, find the month plus 2 in the red zone, and then add up all the purple values from point A to point B. Again, this is my preferred way of doing it, and I think this is a bit more elegant than the other options. But of course, beauty, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder. If you find this useful for model building and you have other questions about Excel modeling, feel free to let me know. I always like to hear what people have out there. You can read more about what I do modeling-wise on my website at kahrrealestate.com. And until I speak to you again, keep building better models.